sun was peeking through the leafy canopy of the hidden forest, casting golden rays that dappled with the ground below. Luna, Isabel, Finn, and Leo sat in a small clearing, their magical map spread out before them. Rumbella, their rabbit-like companion with shimmering fur and twinkling eyes, hopped up and down excitedly. "Look here," Luna said, her curly hair catching the sunlight as she pointed to a new mark on the map. "The Enchanted Maze. It wasn't here yesterday." Isabel squinted at the map, her meticulous fingers tracing the path. "It's deep in the forest. The map says we need to find the Maze of Courage to help restore the balance to the hidden forest." Finn adjusted his glasses. He examined the map carefully. And he examined the legend on the map. It says that anyone who enters the maze will face challenges that test their bravery, their teamwork, and their wits. We'll need to rely on each other to get through this one. Leo, the group's jokester, rolled the glowing stone he always carried between his fingers. "Sounds like an adventure, but what if it's just a boring hedge maze?" Rumbella rolled her eyes, and her ears picked up. She gave Leo a mischievous grin. "Nothing in the hidden forest is boring, Leo. And you'll need more than jokes to navigate this maze." The group gathered together their supplies and set off towards the maze. The path grew narrower and more tangled with every step. The air was thick and there was mystery in the air. Soon they stood before the enormous archway, woven with golden vines, glittering as if imbued with magic. "Here we go," said Luna, her voice steady but her heart fluttering. They stepped through the archway, and the world behind them vanished. The maze loomed ahead, its towering walls shifting subtly as if alive. The first challenge came swiftly. The group entered a section of the maze where the path split into 3 sections. At the center of the junction stood a stone pedestal with 3 glowing runes. Each rune had a word: strength, wisdom, and kindness. "We're supposed to pick one," Finn said, adjusting his glasses nervously. "But how do we know which is the right one?" "Let's think about this," said Isabel, examining the runes closely. "The map said this maze tests teamwork. Maybe we consider what each of us brings to the team." Luna nodded. "Okay, let's break it down. Strength isn't just about muscles. It's about inner strength. Wisdom is using what we know. And kindness, well, that's about how we treat each other. Maybe we should all touch the rune that feels right for us as individuals," Leo suggested. They each placed a hand on the rune they resonated with most. The pedestal glowed brightly, and the path ahead opened, revealing a new corridor. Looks like we're on the right track, said Rumbella, just hopping ahead of them all. As they ventured deeper into the maze, the walls began to shift, and the thick mist rolled in. Suddenly, they heard a faint cry for help. Luna called out, "Is someone there? Is someone there?" The group followed the sound to find a young fox trapped under a fallen branch. "Oh no, we have to help him," Isabel said, kneeling beside the fox. So Leo tried to lift the branch by himself, but it was too heavy. "I can't do this alone," he admitted. "Then let's do it together," Finn said. The group worked as one person, each using their strength and strategy to lift the branch just enough for the fox to scramble free. The fox looked at them gratefully, its golden eyes twinkling. "Thank you," it said in a soft voice. "The maze rewards those who show compassion, so follow me." The fox led them to a hidden door in the maze wall, which opened to reveal the next section. The new area was darker, with glowing symbols etched into the ground. A booming voice echoed, "Solve the riddle to proceed." The riddle appeared in glowing letters. Here is the riddle. "I'm not alive, but I grow. I don't have lungs, but I need air. I don't have a mouth, but water kills me. What am I?" That's the riddle. What am I? Luna just knew she had the answer, and the group allowed her to step forward and represent them. And Luna said, "What am I? I am a fire," Luna said confidently. The symbols glowed brighter, and the voice replied, "Correct, you may pass." A section of the maze wall dissolved, leading them into a room filled with mirrors. Well, it was hardly a room. It was like a I don't know how to describe it, a clearing in the forest, but it had mirrors all around. So let's call it the Hall of Mirrors. It was their toughest challenge yet. The mirrors reflected not only their images, but also their fears. Luna saw herself standing alone, the forest gone. Isabel saw herself holding a torn map, lost and confused. Finn saw a world where no one believed in him. Leo saw his friends laughing at him, his jokes falling flat. "These aren't real," Rumbella said gently. "The maze is testing your courage, your ability to face your fears." "We have to remind ourselves that we're not alone," Isabel said. Taking a deep breath, she reached for Luna's hand, and they clasped hands tightly. "Together we're stronger," Finn said, joining them. Leo hesitated, but then he too reached out and joined them. As their hands joined, the mirrors shattered and the path ahead became clear. The final challenge brought them to the heart of the maze, a glowing labyrinth of hedges with no clear path. At the center stood a tree with golden leaves. How do we get to the tree? Finn wondered, although he was talking aloud. Look, Isabel said, pointing. The hedges are moving to create paths, but only if we step together. They formed a line, moving in sync. If any one of them hesitated, the path closed. They had to trust each other completely, their movements fluid and united. Step by step, they reached the golden tree. It glowed brighter as they touched the tree, and the maze began to dissolve around them. The group found themselves back in the clearing where they had started, the map glowing softly. You did it, Rumbella said proudly. You faced your fears, you worked together and showed true courage. The hidden forest is safer because of you. Luna looked at her friends, her heart full of joy. We couldn't have done it without each other. Courage isn't about being fearless, but facing challenges together as a group. The group smiled, knowing they had grown stronger as adventurers and as friends. It was taught that bravery and teamwork would always light the way. That brings us to the end of the story.